It would be anchored into rock and then pull a ship ashore, you could pull a ship offshore. Oh, yes.
But there is virtually no historical record of previous societies in Peru.
Written in an indecipherable language full of bizarre drawings of strange plants, astrological symbols, and lots of naked women.
The vast expanse of our world is full of curiosity and peculiarity. No matter the depths of our intellect or the intensity of our research endeavors, unraveling the enigmatic essence of existence remains a great challenge. Even the most brilliant minds among us merely touch the surface, leaving an entire ocean of knowledge unexplored. What mysteries lie beneath the surface, waiting to captivate our inquisitive minds? Join us as we navigate the unsolved questions of historical mysteries that can't be explained. Number 20. Red-haired cannibalistic giants. In the 19th century, a captivating tale emerged from the heart of Nevada, specifically in a place named Lovelock. The narrative unfolded when ancient human remains, purportedly belonging to giants, were unearthed in a cave within this enigmatic region. During that era, human relics were often showcased as peculiar attractions for a curious and somewhat uncommon public. However, if these remains were truly gigantic, as the story suggests, the chance for contemporary observers to witness such marvels is forever lost. Remarkably, despite the absence of concrete physical evidence, the legend of the Lovelock giants endures to this day. For more than 4,000 years, inhabitants of the area have woven tales around the cave, a site that bears the imprints of human existence, marked by soot from ancient campfires. Among the most renowned legends is that of a tribe of red-haired giants who sought refuge in this cave. These giants, as the stories go, were cannibals, luring unsuspecting victims into pits they cunningly dug beneath pathways. The saga reached an intense point with the tribe allegedly trapping and exterminating the last of these giants within the Lovelock cave, putting an end to their reign of terror. While evidence supports the notion of these beings as giants or cannibals, artifacts hint at the existence of an unknown tribe in the area, possibly with red hair. The height of some discovered skeletons, measuring at 6 feet, was considered exceptionally large for that era, yet the label of giant may be somewhat exaggerated. Number 19. The Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle, famously dubbed the Devil's Triangle. This defined region is nestled in the vastness of the Atlantic Ocean, finds its boundaries marked by the southeastern coast of the United States, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. Within this maritime puzzle, ships and aircraft have mysteriously vanished over the years, leaving behind a void, often without a trace. What lend an air of mystique to these maritime problems are the many theories attributing these disappearances to a spectrum of causes. From the culprits of human error and natural disasters to the more fantastical notions of extraterrestrial intervention and supernatural forces, the Bermuda Triangle has become a round of speculation and culture. The inception of the legend traces back to the early 20th century, when journalists began investigating the unusually high number of vanishings within the area. Among the most riveting cases is the infamous disappearance of Flight 19 in 1945, a squad of 5 U.S. Navy torpedo bombers vanishing during a routine training mission. Despite an exhaustive search, no remnants of the aircraft were ever uncovered, leaving an air of profound mystery. Adding to the mystifying things is the SS Marine Sulphur Queen, a 2-tanker ship that embarked on its journey from Texas in 1963, laden with molten sulfur bound for Virginia. After transmitting a routine radio message, the ship vanished without a trace, along with its crew of 39 men, leaving an unresolved maritime enigma. Number 18. Babushka Lady. In the bustling city of Dallas, Texas, on the fateful day of November 22, 1963, a multitude of eager onlookers gathered along the streets, eagerly awaiting the passage of President John Frederick Kennedy's motorcade through Dealey Plaza. Little did they realize that destiny had woven an intricate world, as this day would put its mark on history with the shocking assassination of the beloved president by the hands of former U.S. Marine Lee Harvey Oswald. In the aftermath, as the investigation extended, the hunt for witnesses with potential photographic evidence intensified. Amidst the sea of identified individuals, a mysterious figure dubbed the Babushka Lady, for her distinctive Russian-style headscarf, emerged as a peculiar enigma. Positioned on the grassy expanse between Elm Street and Main Street, she, unlike many others, aimed her camera at the pivotal moment when the fatal shots moved through the air. The authorities, intrigued by her unique perspective, issued a bulletin seeking information about this elusive woman. Despite nearly 6 decades having passed since that fateful day, the identity and potential footage captured by the Babushka Lady remain veiled in wonder. Visual records of that pivotal moment, various people documented the event, with the enigmatic figure appearing in several frames. In one grainy film by Dallas resident Marie Muchmore, the Babushka Lady stands behind Charles Brame and his 5-year-old son Joe. Clad in a coat, she stands with a poised stance, capturing the unfolding tragedy through her lens. Number 17. Mysterious Shackled Skeletons. In the enigmatic embrace of an ancient Greek cemetery, within the confines of the Fallon Delta, a revelation unfolded during the construction of the National Opera House in Athens, Greece. Here, amongst the sacred grounds, archaeologists stumbled upon a mass grave that echoed with the weight of history and mysteries yet unsolved. The bodies, numbering over 80, were not kindly thrown into the earth. Instead, signs of reverence adorned their resting places. This departure from the norm raised a bunch of questions, challenging the conventional narrative of mass graves associated with slaves or common criminals. The most perplexing aspect lay in the discovery that a significant number of skeletons were bound by iron restraints, their wrists shackled in a horrific way of restraint. The implication of a mass execution hung heavy in the air, yet the identities of these unfortunate souls and the reasons behind their grim fate remained veiled in an enigmatic cloth. In the past, archaeologists believed that these individuals, despite the shackles that bound them in death, had once been vibrant and in good health. They succumbed to a shared destiny at the same moment, met an identical fate, and left behind a haunting enigma. The discovery of a couple of diminutive vases nestled amongst the remains became the temporal compass guiding the investigative team. Through meticulous analysis, they deduced that this grim spectacle unfolded between 675 and 650 BC. Number 16. The Voynich Manuscript. The Voynich manuscript stands as an impenetrable enigma, a riddle that has confounded scholars and puzzle enthusiasts for centuries. Discovered by the bookseller Wilfrid Voynich in 1912, this mysterious text is believed to hail from the early 15th century, boasting around 240 pages of material adorned with perplexing illustrations and an unidentified script. The enigmatic nature of its contents has countless code breakers to try their hand at unraveling its secrets. Within the manuscript's pages, an array of illustrations revealed, depicting subjects ranging from the botanical and astronomical to the biological. Curiously, the depicted plants defy identification, bearing no resemblance to any known species. Similarly, the astronomical diagrams refuse to align with recognized celestial configurations. The biological illustrations often portray humanoid figures engaged in activities that elude understanding, or connected to bizarre contraptions, adding layers of intrigue to the manuscript. The script in which the text is penned presents an additional layer of mystery. Despite numerous endeavors by cryptographers and linguists, the script remains an untracked code, unseen in any other known document. Is it a meticulously constructed language, a sophisticated code, or perhaps an elaborate trick? Some even propose that it might be an instance of intense religious experience, where one speaks in an incomprehensible language. Various theories have emerged regarding the purpose and origins of the Voynich manuscript. Alternatively, some ponder whether it serves as a paper experiment or an illustrated guide to a difficult belief system. Number 15. The Disappearance of Walter Collins. In the month of March of 1928, the city of Los Angeles bore witness to a shocking event: the inexplicable disappearance of a young lad named Walter Collins. The circumstances surrounding his vanishing act heightened the case to an unprecedented level of fame, compelling intense scrutiny and mounting pressure on the local police force to unravel the enigma. Caught in the web of uncertainty and desperation was Christine Collins, the worried mother passionately searching for her missing son. In a bizarre turn of events, the authorities resorted to an extraordinary measure: a meeting between Collins and a child claiming to be Walter, who had surprisingly surfaced in the unlikely locale of Illinois. Collins, upon laying eyes on the boy, instinctively sensed that this impostor was not her beloved son. Unfazed by her maternal certainty, the police, besieged by mounting public public expectations, proposed a bewildering solution: take the boy in and give it a shot. The narrative takes a twist as 3 weeks later, Collins, having experimented with the fraudulent imposter, returned to the authorities, asserting that this was not her flesh and blood. Astonishingly, instead of addressing the real issue at hand and promptly confined to a psychiatric ward, the situation reached its zenith when just 10 days later, the imposter confessed to the ruse, confirming what Collins had asserted all along: this was not her son. Number 14. Guardian Angel. Many individuals hold a firm belief in the notion that they are not navigating life alone, convinced that there exists a benevolent force watching over and steering them through the web of existence. Placing trust in the unseen, an endeavor often met with skepticism, becomes a profound challenge. However, the unveiling of a remarkable video clip may compel even the skeptics to reconsider their perspectives. The mesmerizing footage captured by a CCTV camera unfolds in the Teledere Mahallesi district of Turkey, where Serdar Biniciyi, the proprietor of a local shop, finds himself standing unsuspectingly outside his establishment. A mysterious figure in black casually strolls past him, nonchalantly tapping him on the shoulder. In the same breath, a thundering lorry hurtles into the scene, setting the stage for an imminent catastrophe. The tap on his shoulder serves as an impromptu alert, prompting him to pivot and confront a metal gate hurtling towards him from the rear of the speeding truck. In a fueled dance with danger, he narrowly evades the impending disaster, escaping by a mere fraction of an inch. Rendered speechless, he scans his surroundings in a desperate quest to express gratitude to the mysterious savior, only to discover that the enigmatic figure has vanished into thin air. Later, the lorry's driver pays a visit to his shop, expressing remorse for the heart-stopping near miss. Despite the driver's apology, the elusive guardian angel remains elusive, leaving him in a state of perpetual gratitude. Number 13. The Dietl Pass Incident. The enigmatic Dietl Pass incident is a perplexing and tragic mystery, unfolds in the remote Ural Mountains of Russia in February 1959. Led by Igor Dyatlov, a group of 9 seasoned hikers embarked on a skiing expedition that would become shrouded in circumstances. As the group failed to return from their adventure, a sense of foreboding gripped those who awaited them. The discovery of their camp intensified the chilling air feeling surrounding the incident. The tent, torn open from within, revealed a scene frozen in time. Abandoned within were the hikers' possessions, including crucial items like warm clothing and boots, raising a bunch of unsettling questions. The horrible thing is the lifeless bodies of the hikers found scattered around the campsite. Some were only partially clothed, while others braved the freezing temperatures barefoot. The mystery took a turn as autopsies uncovered severe internal injuries in some victims, reminiscent of high-speed impacts. Strangely, there were no external signs of trauma, adding a layer of bewilderment to an already perplexing narrative. Numerous theories have emerged over the decades, attempting to reveal the inexplicable events of that fateful night. Suggestions range from mountainside and panic, induced by infrasound, to military testing, and even encounters with extraterrestrial beings. Despite exhaustive investigations and extensive research, the true cause of the Dietl Pass incident remains elusive, maintaining its status as one of the most enduring unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. Number 12. The Nazca Lines. In the vast landscapes of Peru and South America, there exist strange and mysterious drawings etched onto the earth, stretching up to an astonishing 30 miles in length. These extraordinary creations, known as the Nazca Lines, are not the handiwork of extraterrestrial beings, as some might think, but rather the result of ancient South Americans, specifically the Nazca people. The massive drawings vary in style, ranging from straight lines to intricate geometric designs and even pictorial representations of animals and plants. The sheer scale of these creations is mind-boggling, leaving us to ponder how a civilization, over 2,000 years ago, managed to achieve such monumental feats. These lines weren't painted or carved. Instead, they were meticulously crafted through a process of excavation. The Nazca people removed the top layers of the desert floor, unveiling lighter-colored sand beneath the rocks.
But there is virtually no historical record of previous societies in Peru.
This revealed the intricate drawings that we marvel at today. The method bears a resemblance to the creation of chalk hill figures in Britain, where layers of earth were cut away and trenches filled with chalk to outline images on hillsides. However, the Nazca Lines continue to confound scientists and historians alike. The big question remains: why were these colossal drawings created, and what do the images signify? The mystery deepens as no one can precisely pinpoint the purpose behind these ancient marvels. Number 11. The Soulway Fth Spaceman. On a warm summer day in the year 1964, Jim Templeton, a resident of Carlisle, England, embarked on a memorable outing to Burgh Marsh in Soulway Fth, Cumbria, accompanied by his wife Annie and their daughter, Elizabeth. The purpose of this escapade was to capture some charming photographs of Elizabeth adorned in her new dress. Little did Templeton realize that one of these seemingly ordinary snapshots would soon become the focal point of global attention. Within the photograph, a peculiar figure materialized, standing mysteriously behind Elizabeth. Astonishingly, Templeton had encountered only his wife and two elderly individuals seated in a nearby car during the entire day. In fact, the existence of the enigmatic figure was entirely unknown to Templeton until the photo development process at the chemist's, where the unsettling presence was brought to his attention. While Templeton grappled with the perplexity of this unforeseen circumstances, UFO enthusiasts were quick to interpret the image as a spaceman, clad in a white suit, donning a helmet, and featuring a dark visor. Seeking clarity, Templeton presented the photograph to the Carlisle police, who dismissed it as unremarkable. Even the renowned film company Kodak echoed this sentiment and issued a reward challenging anyone to prove the photo's falseness, an offer that went unclaimed. Number 10. The Oak Island Money Pit. Nestled off the enchanting coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, lies the Oak Island Money Pit, an enigmatic treasure trove that has intrigued adventurers and historians for centuries. This mysterious pit, a deep, man-made shaft, is shrouded in the captivating of unsolved mysteries. Legend whispers of untold riches, potentially housing pirate treasures or sacred relics concealed within its profound depths. The saga of the Money Pit commences in the year 1795, when a young visionary named Daniel McGinnis stumbled upon a peculiar circular depression in the earth. Hanging from a nearby tree was a tantalizing clue, an ominous tackle block. Intrigued by the allure of buried treasures, McGinnis and his comrades embarked on a daring excavation. As they delved into the earth, they unearthed not only a sequence of wooden platforms, but also traces of earlier attempts to excavate. The deeper they ventured, the more intricate the mystery became, revealing layers of the clay and a cunning array of booby traps engineered to flood the shaft with seawater. The story unfolds through the ages, with countless treasure hunting expeditions, each endeavoring to unravel the secrets of the Oak Island Money Pit. Yet despite exhaustive labor and the application of cutting-edge technology, the elusive treasure remains elusive. The pit, an enigmatic enigma, conceals its true purpose in the shadows. Some scholars speculate whether it might be a diversion, a clever ruse crafted to mislead seekers from the actual prize hidden elsewhere on the island.
It would be anchored into rock and then pull a ship ashore, you could pull a ship offshore. Oh, yes.
Number 9. The SS or Madden. Nearby ships claimed to have received a distress call that sent shivers down their spines. The radio operator's words echoed a bone-chilling scenario. All officers, including Captain, dead, lying in the chart room and on the bridge. Probably the whole crew is dead. As if that weren't enough, a series of unintelligible Morse code signals followed, culminating in the ominous final radio call, "I die." It's a narrative that raises more questions than answers, blurring the line between fact and fiction. The rescuers, the brave souls tasked with uncovering the truth, shared a harrowing account. Upon reaching the purported wreckage, they discovered a scene straight out of a nightmare. The lifeless bodies of the crew were seen across the deck, their dead faces upturned towards the sun, eyes staring, and teeth bore in an unsettling display. Even the ship's loyal dog had met its demise on bridge number 15, adding another layer of intrigue to this ghostly tale. As we contemplate this maritime mystery, consider the perplexing details that elude clarity. Was the SS Madden truly a victim of the sea's wrath, or does it exist solely in the realm of captivating legends? What really happened on that disputed night? And can we separate fact from embellishment? The enigma of the ghost ship beckons, inviting us to unravel the layers of this haunting narrative. Number 8. The WOW signal. In the quest for extraterrestrial intelligence, there exists a captivating and mysterious phenomenon known as the WOW signal. On August 15, 1977, within the celestial canvas of the Sagittarius constellation, a radio telescope at the Big Ear Observatory in Ohio, under the watchful eyes of Ohio State University, captured an inexplicable burst of energy. This was no ordinary signal. It was a potent and unusual radio transmission that endured for a remarkable 72 seconds. Astronomer Jerry R. Amon, meticulously examining the data, was so inspired by the signal that he encircled it on the printout and inscribed a simple yet profound "wow" in the margin. Thus, the event with a name that resonates through the corridors of scientific curiosity. What made this signal so extraordinary was its distinctiveness, a characteristic that set it apart from anything previously encountered in the natural or human-made realms. Despite numerous endeavors to detect a recurrence of the signal or know its origin, the cosmos has maintained its silence. The WOW signal, with its tantalizing beauty, has never manifested itself again, having its source in an enduring mystery. Numerous theories have been proffered to explain its enigma, ranging from celestial radio emissions to reflections of terrestrial radio transmissions and even clandestine military communications. Yet none of these conjectures have been definitively substantiated, leaving the WOW signal firmly entrenched as an unsolved puzzle at the very heart of the extraterrestrial quest. Number 7. Bridge leads dogs to their deaths. For over 50 years, a peculiar and unsettling phenomenon has plagued the Overtune Bridge in the village of Milton, nestled in the West Dunbartonshire region of Scotland. This seemingly ordinary bridge has transformed into an enigmatic stage for an unsettling series of events, with an unlikely group of victims, dogs, falling prey to an unexplained compulsion that has left onlookers and researchers baffled.
The mystery is still unsolved. So what's going on here?
Since the 1950s, the Overtune Bridge has witnessed a parade of fatalities, surpassing the threshold of 50 tragic incidents. Astonishingly, additional 600-plus dogs have survived the leap from this ominous 50-foot-high structure. More bewildering still, some of these resilient animals have not only cheated death, but returned to the very edge of the bridge to plunge once again. Adding to the layer to this mystery is the fact that every single dog involved in these inexplicable leaps shares a common characteristic. They are all long-nosed breeds, such as the Scottish Terrier and the German Shepherd. The consistent pattern of these leaps, occurring from the exact same spot on the bridge, only deepens the perplexity surrounding this bizarre behavior. Despite numerous attempts to resolve this phenomenon, the riddle of the Overtune Bridge remains unsolved. Number 6. The Pomsky Crater. Deep within the vast Siberian forest lies an enigmatic, shadowy peak that stands in stark contrast to the vibrant green expanse surrounding it. This formidable geological formation, shrouded in mystery, is none other than the Pomsky Crater, rising to an impressive height of approximately 130 feet and spanning nearly 330 feet in width. This colossal, speaker-shaped rock commands attention in the remote taiga of the northern Irkutsk region. This peculiar landmark was initially known only to the locals, who dubbed it the Fire Eagle's Nest. Intriguingly, the indigenous inhabitants considered the crater an ominous locale, steering clear of it due to unsettling tales recounting the mysterious disappearances of individuals and even animals that ventured too close. It wasn't until 1949 that Russian geologist Vadim Kolpakov undertook the first scientific study of the crater. At first glance, the formation resembled a volcano, yet its unusual semicircular cavity in the center puzzled the researcher. Adding to the intrigue, no trees adorned the slopes or the interior of the crater. Kolpakov considered various possibilities, including the notion of a pit mine or an archaeological relic, but dismissed them due to the dense surroundings and the inability of the local Evenk and Yakut people to construct rock pyramids relating to those of the ancient Egyptians. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Once upon a time in the depths of history, lies a mystery that has baffled archaeologists, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike: the enigmatic disappearance of the legendary city of Atlantis. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the vast ocean, whispers of a lost civilization echoed through the waves. Legend has it that Atlantis was an idealistic society, a city of unparalleled beauty and advanced technology. Its existence was documented by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, who described it as a powerful empire that vanished without a trace. Despite centuries of exploration, no concrete evidence of Atlantis has ever been found, leaving the world to wonder, did Atlantis really exist, or was it merely a figment of Plato's imagination? As explorers looked into the ocean depths in search of the sunken city, another mystery unfolded in the heart of Egypt, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Built with unparalleled precision and engineering skill, the pyramid's construction remains an enigma. How did ancient Egyptians, lacking modern tools, manage to align the pyramid with such astronomical precision? Were they aided by extraterrestrial forces, or did they possess knowledge that has since been lost to time? In the jungles of South America, the Nazca Lines add another layer to the historical mysteries. Enormous designs made into the desert floor, these ancient drawings illustrate intricate designs, including animals and geometric shapes visible only from above. What inspired the ancient Nazca people to create these massive artworks, and how did they achieve such accuracy without the technology we have today? Share your thoughts and comments below. Number 5. The Dancing Plague. In the summer of 1518, the city of Strasbourg, nestled in what is now modern-day France, found itself in the grip of an unexplainable and fantastical phenomenon known as the Dancing Plague. The perplexing saga commenced when a lone woman, Frau Trafaya, took to the streets with an irresistible compulsion to dance, seemingly lacking the ability to halt her rhythmic movements. Astonishingly, this solitary dancer swiftly became the heart of an inexplicable situation, as more and more individuals succumbed to the same uncontrollable urge. As the days unfolded, the once quiet streets of Strasbourg transformed into a dance floor, with approximately 400 citizens gripped by the relentless desire to dance. They danced for an astonishing duration, stretching into weeks, during which some participants succumbed to exhaustion, while others met their demise from heart attacks and strokes. The authorities, grappling with the bizarre unfolding of events, embarked on a quest to quell the dancing epidemic. Initially attributing the phenomenon to overheated blood, local authorities encouraged more dancing, anticipating that the afflicted would eventually exhaust themselves. When this unconventional approach proved futile, a ban was imposed on music and dancing in a desperate bid to curb the mysterious compulsion. Centuries later, the dancing plague of 1518 continues to bewilder scholars and historians. Number 4. Mystery of the Ghost Blimp. Back in the year 1942, an intriguing mystery unfolded involving a U.S. Navy blimp. This particular blimp was on its routine journey around the San Francisco Bay Area, engaged in the vital task of scouring for enemy submarines. The United States was deeply entrenched in World War II at that time, and such maneuvers had become a daily occurrence for the residents of San Francisco. Remarkably, no one detected anything out of the ordinary about the blimp until it abruptly crashed to the ground, revealing an astonishing secret. It had no crew on board. The crew that had embarked on the blimp earlier that day was nowhere to be found. Typically, these anti-submarine patrols were manned by a crew of 3. After taking off at the early hour of 5:30 a.m., they had dutifully radioed their position at 7:38 a.m. and reported an oil slick just 4 minutes later. However, for the following 3 hours, there were no recorded sightings of the blimp. Then, strangely, the airship started exhibiting peculiar behavior. Flying at a low altitude with a seemingly deflated midsection, it eventually made an abrupt and unexpected contact with the ground. Photographs taken by intrigued civilians were quickly confiscated by Navy investigators, leaving the incident shrouded in secrecy. The fate of the missing crew remains a perplexing enigma. Number 3. Stonehenge Ancient. Stonehenge, the enigmatic and timeless ancient monument nestled in the landscapes of Wiltshire, England, has long been a bewitching puzzle that has intrigued and fascinated minds across centuries. This iconic structure of colossal standing stones, some of which weigh a staggering 25 tons, traces its origins back to around 3000 BCE. Despite exhaustive research and archaeological endeavors, the true purpose behind the creation of Stonehenge and the intricate techniques employed in its construction persist as an unsolved riddle. Numerous conjectures surround the intended function of Stonehenge. Could it have served as a sacred burial ground, a celestial observatory unlocking the mysteries of the cosmos, or perhaps a place for healing? Some scholars said that history might have served multiple roles over its extensive existence. Others argued that its primary designation was as a ceremonial space, reserved for religious rituals and communal gatherings. Adding to the mystery, the origin of the big stones used in Stonehenge's construction is itself a perplexing enigma. The largest of the stones were apparently transported from a site nearly 30 kilometers away, while the smaller blue stones hailed from a quarry in Wales, a staggering 200 kilometers distant. The question remains, how did the ancient builders manage the transportation and erection of these immense stones using only simple tools? Number 2. Tut's Curse. One of the most infamous ancient treasures is the tomb of Tutankhamun, unveiled on November 4, 1922, by a team of archaeologists led by Howard Carter. This long-lost resting place of the ancient Egyptian pharaoh had remained untouched for nearly 3,000 years. However, as Carter and his team breached its sanctity, whispers of a curse began to circulate, warning that misfortune would befall all who disturbed the boy king's eternal slumber. The truth behind this supposed curse reveals intriguing incidents. Sudden deaths were reported among those associated with the tomb's opening, adding fuel to the legend of King Tut's curse. Lord Carnarvon, the financier of Carter's expedition, met an untimely demise in March 1923. Initially shrouded in mystery, Carnarvon's death was later attributed to poor health and likely malaria, diminishing the curse narrative. Yet, other calamities befell individuals connected to the tomb. Sir Bruce Ingham, to whom Carter gifted a paperweight containing a dry hand, saw his house burn down, and attempts at rebuilding met with immediate flooding. An American financier, after visiting the tomb in 1923, fell ill and succumbed to death a few months later. Another archaeologist, gripped by fear of the mummy's curse, reportedly took his own life, citing the curse as the driving force. Number 1. Morning glory clouds. The world is teeming with mysteries that elude our complete understanding, and nestled amidst this enigmatic world is the phenomenon of the morning glory clouds in North Australia. Like an annual spectacle, these mesmerizing rolling clouds make their presence known around September each year in the skies above Burketown, Australia. To the ancient Aboriginal people, this extraordinary occurrence was known as Kangolgi, a tradition passed down through the ages. Its formations stretch up to a staggering 1,000 kilometers in length and towering 2 kilometers high, all in motion at speeds reaching up to 60 kilometers per hour. As these giants weave their way through the heavens, powerful aircraft often join the dance, approaching with engines silenced to gracefully float along the outer edges of the clouds, covering distances of over 500 miles before gently landing. Strangely, as the morning glory clouds pass overhead, tranquility descends on the land, casting calmness. While similar cloud formations have been spotted in other corners of the globe, such as over Lake Michigan, the regular and predictable appearance of these clouds in northern Australia sets them apart. Yet, despite extensive scrutiny, the morning glory cloud remains an enigma, its formation and purpose shrouded in mystery. The exact catalyst for these peculiar clouds, especially in locations outside Australia, continues to baffle researchers. Amidst the unanswered questions, one thing remains certain. Cloud surfing amidst the morning glory clouds sounds undeniably thrilling. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.